Messing out the medicines. We've been on that rock star regimen, knowing that I'm heaven sent, higher than I ever been. I got a problem with.
What's going on? It's Totally Blitzed podcast. I'm Paul Pick'em Winning Concha with the big beard and even bigger bankroll, and always joined by with me.
Hey, man, you know who it is. I ain't gotta tell you because you should already know, but I'm gonna tell you one more time because if you didn't motherfucking know, it's your boy Kev Waterboy, it's your boy, aka the nigga that just watched his team catch a flawless dub in Miami this week. Fuck what you motherfucking heard.
Flawless. I don't know about flawless.
Flawless. It was literally how you would print it out for a perfect TV episode. Flawless. There's a climax, there was a rise in action, there was a plot, there was a beginning, there was a rise in action, a climax. There was a point where we thought, man, maybe the heroes might not be able to beat it. And then boom, they saved the day as usual. We'll walk off with the capes and then credits start rolling.
Hey man, shit, we can start with this game right here. I just have one question coming into this game.
Hold on, you gotta announce the game first so I can
Okay, the first game. We have the Miami Dolphins hosted the Atlanta Falcons, in which the Falcons won 30-28. And it was oh my gosh. You can't give people nothing.
Yeah. Hey, what he said?
Hey, records on my demo. Did y'all boys not get the memo?
Hey.
You gotta let them rejoice in this one.
Anything I got is not a rental. I own that motherfucker.
I'm gonna smoke my pen away. I'm packing the bowl as I speak.
Oh man, I've been waiting all season to do that. Hey man, shout out the Dirty Birds, man. Shout out that boy Tua, man. Shout out that Brian Flores pack we've been smoking all week, man. That shit was a good ass game. That shit was lit.
Well, that I'm happy you brought up Tua because that was my first question for you. Your thoughts on Tua? Because I know leading into it, you probably weren't watching a lot of Miami games, so you're probably like, I
watched every Miami game.
Oh, okay. Well, I just know there's been a lot of people who's anti-Tua, especially online. Like, there's a lot of people who don't even watch the games. They just look at numbers or look at the bad interception that's thrown or something and just base it all on that performance or the record. Oh, the record's bad. He must be bad. Get him Watson. What's your thoughts on Tua? Because everyone knows mine. I'm pro Tua.
Obviously, Tua looks bad on paper because like the team lost 6 games in a row, but like he didn't play like 3 of them bitches. But motherfucking Tua is the only thing they got running spoken. Truthfully, Tua and Xavier Howard, from what I witnessed at the game, like and Mike Gesicki, like from what I witnessed, like you don't got shit else. Like Brian Flores, you don't really got plays like that because y'all really don't got no playmakers like that for real. So it's like you kind of just need a quarterback that's gonna will you to win every. That's what Jacoby Brissett was going to. Tua is gone. You need that. So like I think Tua's not terrible. I just don't think that Tua's ain't gonna get any better there. So like I feel like if they were to trade Tua, he would go to somewhere that's probably rebuilding and stuff like that. But he would be like Ryan Tannehill and learn a new offense, and he would grow and he would splurge. I feel like it's a front office thing. Like you guys aren't putting weapons around dude to get him right, and like y'all gave away your first round pick this year. Y'all got San Francisco's first round pick, and the way San Francisco is playing, y'all might be a top 10
blessing
pick.
For this year right now.
It might be a top 10 pick or something like that. But that fucking Eagles pick that they got off y'all boys is gonna be like a major lick. But like that's how them niggas like you can't put it all on one player when it's something like y'all ain't even building a great team around these players, even if you got them. So it's like the Dolphins are struggling. Yeah, like they have a good coach, good play caller and stuff like that. But they just don't have the pieces, like, and you're in a loaded AFC, and like you got to deal with the Bills twice a year. You got the Patriots that are literally probably this is going to be their only bad season for the next 5 years. So like, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Blame that shit on one person?
Hey, that's my whole thing. Apparently, the internet trolls online are able to. They're just like, hey, it was Tua. Get rid of Tua. Even the guy in the stands
Don't get me
behind us.
wrong.
The whole. I know you remember the fan behind us that just kept bitching about Tua the whole time. That was like, we don't got a quarterback. What are we gonna do? And then towards fourth quarter, I didn't hear anything from him anymore. He started complaining about other things, but Tua was the last thing he could complain about.
Yeah, I think like motherfucking that whole offense is just like you can't really do anything about that. It's like they're either gonna score, they're either gonna flow and score on the drive or not, because like they're thrown against like crazy defenses like the Bills and like the Jaguars.
Like, we'll
like
see. Will Fuller's always hurt. I don't think he's ever played more than like 8 games a season anywhere. So us giving him the bag and him basically being hurt all year is about right. And then like Devontae Parker, I haven't seen anything from him in a while. I don't remember him getting injured. It was just all of a sudden now he's on injury report. He's not playing this week or the week after. So I don't know if it's more of a him does not want to play for this shitty franchise anymore because his names were in the trade rumors. Or like I have no idea. Like you said, the weapons aren't there. The offensive line isn't there.
Yeah, but that's enough.
On the flip side, though, the Falcons are looking great. 3-3. Y'all are actually the first team on the outside of the playoff picture right now.
Don't say looking great. See, look, this is what we have the Bucks in our division, so the schedule is made a little bit softer for the Bucks. So like because of that, the whole division gets to eat. Like these are facts. Like go look at who we played these 3 games. Like we should be 5. We have a great chance to be like 5-1 or 5 or like 4-2. Like really, because like what are those losses to the Redskins and Danny Nichols?
And the Eagles opening game, which the Eagles look great, and then all of a sudden realize, oh, that was actually just a bad loss.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like so, like our schedule's crazy easy. Like same thing with the Panthers. The Panthers look like OGs the first 3 games. Like
Panthers are dead.
Like I've been preaching this. Like I was saying this on live last like 2-3 weeks ago. Like the Bucks have to play us twice a year, while the Chiefs had to play the Chargers, the Ravens, the Titans, the Browns.
They got the Packers coming up. Not this week, but they're coming up.
The Bills, and they don't have to play the Bucks though. Like the Bucks just had our division gets the easy schedule this year because we got the Bucks. So I will say, like, yeah, we 3-3, but our stuff looks better. But like, nobody kind of expected us to win 3 games in the first place. If we didn't win 3 games in the season, like people wouldn't have been surprised. So I'm happy for us, not because I don't think that we're the next playoff team. We do have a chance to go number 2 in the division because we haven't played the Saints yet. So we can beef with them boys, and whoever wins out of us 2 is probably a good number 2. But like I like us that we're improving. We got Arthur Smith on this team. He's building upon stuff. We're getting solidified players in certain very vulnerable areas, like AJ Terrell at the corners. We got our O-line only giving up 1 or 2 sacks over the last game. Matt Ryan's had the best passer rating these last couple of weeks because they've been able to block for him, and his receivers are catching the ball and making plays. And the receivers are finally understanding that Matt Ryan is a very he doesn't like to make mistakes a lot. So like he might throw it behind you, but like, yo, if you go out there and make that play, like I understand it was kind of behind you, but like it's nowhere near the defender in the defender's line of action or the grab for anything. Like the defender can't make a play on that. So like if y'all can get those ugly balls that look like they're a little crazier, that like kind of strategically placed out of the way, y'all can score touchdowns. You see Calvin Ridley scoring touchdowns in the red zone off of that. You see motherfucking who else got a nice? I think Kyle Pitts got a nasty one up there. But it's just like
I don't know if he scored, but I know he had like 3 nasty catches the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. So it's like they just looks like they're meshing better. They're learning well. They're understanding that in that ATL they play a high-paced, fast, explosive offense. You gotta put up at least 30 because the defense is gonna let the boys put up at least 20 to 24 minimum. So like motherfucking, you gotta come ready to play. And them boys are showing out, man. The biggest takeaway so far is these last 2 games we had our bye, but Kyle Pitts has looked great because they've understood that like This man is a motherfucking freaking nature athlete. He's not just some big ass receiver that you put, big ass tight end that you put the block and go out there and catch seam routes and shit. Nah, go put him in the slot. You can put him in the X if you want to.
Around.
Yeah, move him around, put him around, make the defense pat everybody that they can play that individual. And we just look like we're a team that's meshing well, gelling well, and we're just looking like we're gaining a little bit of confidence. We're like that last drive when when they were on that last drive, that one touchdown to Sheffield, number 14, it was just like, okay, these are confidence plays, the swagger plays that we lost, that we kind of just been losing. We've been losing our touch with these last couple of years. And it feels like we're coming back to it. So I'm happy for ATL. I'm not going to sit here and be like, man, playoff bound, blah, blah, blah. No, we're going to take that bit for 1 week at a time like we have been. And it's been looking great. Just take 1 week at a time, keep going. And this is lit, man. Like it sounds like I'm about to buy some new gear, some new Falcons gear from Black Friday this year because the boys got me hyped again. And like, hey, man, but shout out Atlanta's fans because we was out there.
Oh, y'all had your whole little section too at one point.
We was in that bit. Nah, but that shit was lit though. It was my first ever football game. I appreciate Paul. I appreciate you because I was lit. That was a great idea to go peep that game and everything. But like, it was lit as fuck. And on top of that, like, I never got to understand that, like, yo, the entire time that the Falcons are fucking up, there's a stadium full of people that are enjoying every second.
We were loud, boy, especially in the third, fourth quarter. It was almost like earthquake. Some seismic activity was going on inside that stadium, boy.
Oh my goodness. And don't worry, fans, we gonna have the vlog, all that got off footage. But yeah, that shit was great. And I used to love, my favorite part would be when it'd be quiet and like I'd be the only person yelling, and all you hear is just like it'd be kind of a little silent, and all you just hear is get that nigga, or like kill him. Like, that's all you hear.
All throughout the whole stadium. That shit was straight coonery, bro. That shit was funny as hell.
And then I'd hear Dolphin fans behind me, or like sometimes when I was getting people's plays, I get some guy be like, "That's catch, just catch," or somebody be flexing on me, touchdown. I just sit there like, But the best part was the fumble. Like, y'all got so loud for that fumble. I got game over.
The fumble, my favorite part was booing the refs whenever the ball went between your player's legs on the punt. And we thought the ball hit the player. And they weren't even looking at it. It was a massive boom.
Hey, good call, ref. Good call, ref. They stay cheating.
But
every flag. Hey, good call, ref. Good call, ref. They've been cheating all game. Ref. I remember I was telling Will at one point, I was like, hey, Will, you see? They haven't called any flags. Like, this is where you play the mind games with the ref. This is where you go to the ref. Hey, ref, what's going on, bro? You ain't got no flags in your pockets today? Oh, damn, ref. Hey, ref, they playing dirty, man. You don't see this?
You don't see this right here?
Any chance you get, I don't care if it looks like snitching. Go do it next. You do it next to the person guarding you. Do it next to as many defenders on the other team as you can, because now you're gonna upset them. Now, when it comes late time, when the ref needs to go make that play and they're putting their hands on that thing, the ref's not gonna call it. Oh, he gonna call it. And guess what they did? They called it. I was telling Will, that's why I was like, hey, good call, ref. Stay cheating, man. They stay cheating all game.
Anyway, that's home field advantage on the refs. I don't know what the fuck going on.
That's an old Gary Payton. That's an old Gary Payton trick. That's a trick. They said Gary Payton used to come down and just be like, hey, ref, I know you see. Hey, ref, I know you see. Hey, yo. They said Gary Payton would be calling the play, still talking shit. He goes, hey, yo, check one, down line. I'm coming up with my screen. Hey, I know you see him right there. Hey, he ain't going to do nothing. I'm going to see him at the rim. Hey, ref, I know you see his hand on the hip. You better call it. And the next thing you know, niggas say he used to really get fouls.
Hey, you got to scare him into making it.
I'm telling you. Or like when the ref would go up to Jordan like, hey, Mike, I didn't see it, but I trust you, man. You got to go. You got to be able to fuck with the refs. Hey, come on, man. That's enough from the littest game out here. We got the vlog coming out. Just know I was cutting up, and when Young Ho hit that kick, all you heard was me scream, game, bitches. And you started seeing them Dolphins fans leave the stadium. That shit was lit. I'd be wishing that like I was like $1 trillion man, so that way like I could be in the press boxes and I came down, so that way I'd be arguing with all the fans too. Like they'd be like, God damn it, look at the $1 trillion man over there. Just let me go argue with him. Let me go fuck. I just be wanting to go start shit with fans and shit. But you know, it's cool though. Dolphins, shout out Miami. They're great fan base. Everybody was in that bitch. Dirty Bird, let's go. But that shit was lit. Shout out the NFL for making football games. Shout out anybody that was at the game, and shout out anybody that's listening to this now because I'm lit, man. Shout out ATL.
The game was lit, and the only thing I would say I just want to say Arthur Smith, he's a dope coach because sometimes you see in NFL, certain players are doing good or they have a good game. Like I just think Cardwell Patterson. Like sometimes he might have a good game, and in the next game, the coach might never use that guy again. Arthur Smith is like, oh, I'm gonna keep working. Oh, let's just keep moving it. Like it doesn't matter what we'll make a new game plan. We realize how good this guy is. Like other coaches sometimes they're just like, oh yeah, we're just not gonna use him in this game or the next game. Like Miles Sanders on the Eagles, like unheard of now. It's just, but nah, the game was super lit. Come check out the vlog. It'll be out soon. They have a lot of shit, not just from the game, but the nightlife, the boardwalk, the beach, everything in between. What game you want to jump to? I mean, we have some.
I want to talk about Titans and the Chiefs because that's the only game that game and the Bengals and the Ravens were the games I was keeping up with during. I watched no football besides. I watched as much football as I needed to on that Sunday. But no, I want to go Ravens Chiefs because like I was looking at the film and woof, that boy AJ Brown was cooking. AJ Brown every play, like that was a monster to guard all week. And don't get me wrong, the Chiefs definitely ain't got no corners like that. They got Tyrann Mathieu back there with some help. But like, oof, what the fuck happened in Tennessee for that bitch to end 27-3?
Yeah. My big 3 points is like we said before the thing. I don't think I've ever seen Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes offense since they've been on the team. I've never seen them put up no touchdowns in a game. So give it to Tennessee's defense because everyone knows.
Touchdown the Super Bowl? I don't think so. Oh, they didn't throw one, or they might have ran one in.
I have no idea. Maybe they didn't. That's a good call. But that's crazy. Like it does maybe those 2 games, but even then it might be more. I just like off the top of my head, I just know how high powered that offense is, and not even garbage time. Like it's sometimes easy to score in this garbage time, but just to hold the team to 3. But Kansas City's scared. I mean, they're gonna win probably. It's the NFL, so nobody knows. But they have the Giants coming up. They might go back to 4-4, but like. They're cutting it kind of close. Like they got to turn something around. Do you think they're a playoff team right now with the way they're playing? If they continue the way they're playing with some sloppy offense and the defense that's lining up 30, and they don't fix nothing.
I think the thing about Kansas City is that they've always been what they're doing now is something that they've always done, and that's just played not crazy sound football for 4 complete quarters. And it's interesting because they're losing way more than we expected, but their schedule is so fucking tough. And it matches their environment because the teams they're losing to are AFC playoff teams, like teams that you're going to have to see again. So it understands that Super Bowl hangover is real, but I just don't like how everybody counts. I don't like the way people count out Kansas City right now. So yeah, there's a chance that they're gonna cut it close come playoff time because their division isn't playing. You got to deal with the Raiders. You got the Chargers. Like it's gonna be tough. Wild cards are not looking easy with the Bengals balling like the Bengals balling like this like they are right now. So it's like. They gotta find something, but they just gotta get wins in bunches. Cause like at the end of the day, they're still Kansas City, a good football team, a good team, a great offense, a team that can get stuff together, the team that's won in the past. So like the past won't really help you because the air raid attack they're coming for it. Like everybody's ready to throw that bitch, motherfucking. So they're gonna keep up with you when it comes to scoring, especially with your defense not doing that. But the way everybody kind of counts out Kansas City sounds crazy because like they're gonna get the win this week against the Giants because that's what they do. They lose and they go against play the NFC least. So it just comes up to Kansas City. Like this is your first time facing adversity at this level. Are you guys gonna continue to play, like continue to just play like how you've been playing. And they say insanity is trying to get something new from doing the same thing over and over again. So like, are you gonna attempt to keep getting these wins from behind when these teams are continuously scoring on your defense in the fourth quarter, and then now these teams are actually playing great defense to hold you guys? Or are you gonna step up? Because Andy Reid has the playbook, he has the plays in there, the trick plays, the plays are there already. Or y'all gonna step up and figure something out and buy in back into the organization, buy in back to the team, and motherfucking make this season what it is? Because like, we're not saying that you got to win the Super Bowl, but like, are y'all going to make something out of something great out of this? Or is it something that's going to be like, I'm going to throw away and watch it? I think that they're going to find a way to face the adversity. I think that they can just go, because I'm never not believe in Kansas City at this moment, because that core is so nice. And there's just little mistakes that they're making that they shouldn't have been making in the first place because of the team that they are. So like, their schedule's pretty tough. They still got a lot of hard teams, but I like Kansas City to come back and not just come back, but just really make a season, just figure stuff out, dial in, and start winning in bunches. Because at this point, you just got to start streaking. If not, sorry, RIP, see you next year.
No, I agree with
It was deep as fuck, no cap. I've been listening to niggas talk shit about Kansas City for like the last 3 weeks, so I had to let that out.
I just believe if they can't get this defense correct, it reminds you of the Seahawks last year with Russell Wilson, who was playing Mr. Unlimited last year, playing MVP ball. But for the first 12 weeks, they were on pace to break the record for allowing like 340 passing yards a game, which would have been a new record.
Are they not on pace for that this year?
No, they probably are near it, but last year they were definitely like they got it kind of cleaned up and they didn't break the record. But the Kansas City is on pace for the most points per game, like 33.5 or 32.5, something like that. And it's just, to me, a very similar thing where it's like, okay, like I want to like, and I don't think the Seahawks made playoffs last year. And it was just like the whole time throughout the season, I kept betting on the Seahawks because I was just like, I love, like, the Seahawks have Russell Wilson, DK, Tyler Lockett, Chris Carson, who's I think is a pretty good running back. Pete Carroll's a good coach. Their defense isn't the worst. Like it was on paper giving up a lot of points, but there's some names you can name out like Bobby Wagner.
That boy gonna get 17 times.
They had the Griffin brothers at one point. So it was just like, I want to keep rooting for this team. In the past, they kind of got their shit together. So like, hopefully they can do it. But I'm on the opposite side of this time. I just don't know if their defense can get their shit together. And I think the offense is going to have to play too many shootouts. And that's just too tiring to go. They say this makes you play different football when you know you have to go in there and like put up points. You can't just play safe ball. You have to play like dangerous, which they're good at. But the window for mess ups is bigger in situations like that. Tennessee, on the flip side, they're hitters, like quiet hitters that no one's talking about in AFC.
Bruh, Tennessee, ever since that overtime comeback to the Seahawks, Tennessee hasn't looked like a team that's just beatable. Because there was a point in time, we was looking like Tennessee, like, y'all not the 10s I see.
Yeah,
like,
this isn't what we thought you were.
Like, we thought that O-line was going to be that killer. We thought Derrick Henry wasn't going to be able to take off. Those first 2 games were slow. And it's crazy to think that because of his current stats now leading the league in everything possible. But Tennessee is interesting because, like, we thought Arthur Smith leaving. Oh, sorry. There goes their offense. Brian Tannehill, boom, boom, boom. But they found ways to win. And, like, their only game the games that they lost was to the Jets with 20 people on the IR. Like,
yeah, they're banged up.
Like, that team is promising, and they're going to the playoffs. They're gonna try to win. And they were telling them that they remember playing the Tennessee when they're up 10 against the boys, and they said, "Yo, we're not giving up that lead after we get it. Like, we're gonna keep it going down their throat." And then Tennessee, shout out them boys, their scheme. I don't know the numbers, but they scheme to not make Derrick Henry go crazy. But like, that don't mean shit when you got a team that's ready. A team that's ready to build, a team that's ready to fire it up and ready to go because their receivers play this week.
multi-layered offense. And that's you can stuff Derrick Henry, but what are you gonna do about
The ones
AJ
is
Brown?
multi-dimensional, man.
Yeah, like AJ Brown, 130 yards, a touchdown on 8 catches. Like,
Bro, you should go watch his highlight. Go watch his DB one-on-one on YouTube. Like, dude, he was killing them every route. Like every route, he was like he was tearing their ass up, tearing their ass up, tearing their ass up.
Speaking of tearing asses up, this one's gonna be a quick game we talk about. New England 54 on the Jets 13. The only thing that was big about this team is Zach Wilson, I think, is done. Like they just traded for Joe Flacco, and he's hurt. I know Zach Wilson's hurt. He has an injury, so he's not gonna play these weeks. And so they might be hanging him up for the rest of the season if they're gonna go get.
That would be smart. That would be smart. It was nice to get the reps in. It didn't work, but
he's solid.
He's something you could build upon. Like Robert Salila, motherfucking, he's a good coach. He just has to figure out how to get another winner too, and then just build upon the shit. Because this Jets team is gonna be any good for the next 6 years. So like, what are you gonna do to keep your job for the next 2-3 years?
Yeah. Worry about fixing this shit right now. They ain't keeping you for that long if you lose.
I'd be upset how the way the contracts work. I don't know if that's because contracts work, but coaches should just quit. Like, I feel like if you're at a team and you're just sitting there like, there's no way that I can build a team with my current front office. There's no way I can build a team at this pace that they would want me to start winning, to be able to keep this job. Like, don't get me wrong, if you're like a Arizona Cardinals or like a San Diego Chargers, like you got young pieces that just lose and they just figure stuff out. Like any year, Atlanta Falcons, like you just got pieces and y'all just be losing. That's a little different. But like if you look and you're trying to build upon the pieces, and the pieces you do got just can't be alive. Like if you're a Cincinnati last year, I wouldn't have been mad if you would just say, you know what? But nah. Like that's how I feel like coaches should be able to quit. Like Robert
should be able to if the team around him is bad. The only thing is I feel like the ownership will bury that coach.
Yeah, they'll
never get another job because they're like, hey, you quit mid-season, bro. Like the way they'll try to word it instead of like, bro, you gotta see who the fuck I had around me. They wouldn't even let me make picks or plays, bro.
Bro, I look at this shit like, bro, I put a 2-week notice. I told them week 7 I was gone. Like, I told them I wasn't coming back after the bye. Like, I'm sorry.
Imagine being a coach putting in a 2-week notice, bro. That should be someone would leak that. That should be everywhere. That's me. Like, bro, he was just sitting there for 2 weeks knowing he's not good. I couldn't imagine.
And like, no matter how you finesse that, you gotta play at least one game. Like, you gotta play at least one game. So there's gonna be a week where everybody's just like, this is not going to be our coach after this.
That's true. Oh, and New England got their first dub at home. Congrats, y'all boys. Did more than us.
Hey, you know the only reason why I knew about the Patriots thing is because I was at the game and I was laughing at all the teams that lost, that all the fans whose teams didn't win that day. And this fine ass girl from Tally, she had hit me and she was like, yeah, man, ha 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 ha. I was like, what you know about football? What's your team? And she was the Patriots. I was like, oh shit. And then we started breaking down what's going on in New England. I shit you not, bad bitch. And the motherfucker, her name, I don't want to say her name, but we started breaking that shit down and she made a solid point that like, this is really going to be New England's worst season. Like, that was the reason why they got rid of Cam. I felt like they said, like, all right, if we're going to do this, let's do this shit. If we're going to do this experiment, let's experiment. Let's start figuring out what works and what doesn't work. Let's get this ins and outs. Like, this is going to be the worst season. So, like, no matter what they do this year, they don't make the playoffs. They go 7 and blah, 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 6 and blah, 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 5. This is going to be the worst season of Mac Jones' career, like, by far. Like, he's going to figure it out. They're going to continue building upon that. And then everybody is in this, and this is going to be the first Patriots team where every player is indispensable. There's not a single player that could not thought of like, yo, let's get rid of this guy. Let's not. Everybody is dispensable. Anybody can get the fuck up out of there. And like, Bill's gonna like that because he probably, I don't know how many more years he has coaching left, but he's gonna enjoy building a dynasty off of just nothing but pawns instead of just having a bunch of
Bill's low key like 68 years old or something. He's
yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. I don't know how much
70
longer
years old.
because he's never once even made a hit about finishing coaching, but like I don't know how much longer, but this is probably gonna be his last dynasty. Like this is gonna be fun. He can literally do whatever he wants every season. Like everybody is once I seen they got rid of Stephon Gilmore, everybody is dispensable. Anybody can be sold. Everybody has a price tag at the end of their cleat.
And they're still better than the Jets.
And yeah, and that's what that girl
yeah.
and that's what that girl was telling me. And I was like, wow, that was a great point. Like, stay bad. So bad bitches. Don't listen to bad bitches. If you see a bad bitch at a Patriots fan, tell her like, hey, ask her for her for her opinion. She might know something.
So the other big blowout, I mean, almost every game, other than the Dolphins and Atlanta game, a lot of these games is like not even close.
Hey,
like,
let's talk about the Bengals. Let's talk about the Bengals. My dog Will.
Oh man, the battle of the AFC. What division?
AFC North. Not the AFC North. The AFC North.
No. AFC North. You had the Bengals pulling up in Baltimore. It gave an old-fashioned curve stomp to Baltimore, bro. It was.
All I can speak on is Jamar Chase in this game, man. Let me know what the fuck happened, Paul. Please.
I don't know what happened. I looked and I checked, and I was just like, it was 13-10 at halftime. It was looking close, and then the Cincinnati comes out and scores 2 to Baltimore's 1 touchdown. But even then, it's still kind of close. But no, it's just after that was Cincinnati just kept scoring. 41-17. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow is looking like a duo for that's gonna be around for a little while if they stay healthy.
No, definitely. Jamar Chase. That's what the Bengals do. Me and Will was talking about this. The Bengals love that same build that you start off with a quarterback, you get your receiver, and now you start adding pieces around them boys. Like that's neither just gonna work on the O-line because this man Joe Burrow don't give a.
That's true.
He don't give a fuck. He go throw that ball deep as shit. He don't give a
that
fuck.
Right there.
He gonna get out the pocket because he don't give a fuck. That's my best way to explain Joe Burrow. Like I swear Joe Burrow was just in college 2 years ago. Like I remember doing my homework and looking up and watching Joe Burrow play. Like I swear he was not a grown man looking like an NFL veteran in his second year, even though he played less than half his games his first year.
He's ready to die, bro.
Yeah,
but he's not. But he begins.
I shit you not. This man puts his beats on. He goes to his old school New York playlist and he just plays that Ready to Die by Biggie. You hear that Sky's the Limit. You hear all that. That's all you hear. 10 Crack Commandments. I can't tell you what's on Ready to Die for. 10 Crack Commandments. All that shit. That's all he listens to because this man comes into the field. He takes it off. He comes in ready for war. He comes in head first. Boom, boom. Dude, like this man doesn't give a fuck. Like Joe Burrow's that dude just because he don't give a fuck. Like Jamar Chase is gonna win NFL Rookie of the Year in my opinion.
Book it now.
Book your ticket, book your pet. Start making your shirts. Get your posters ready. If you're a Jamar Chase fan, I don't know. Like go. He won that shit. He doesn't even have to play the last 6 games, in my opinion. He won that shit. Like these boys is the truth. 4-2, they're gonna knock. They're gonna do what I thought the Chargers were supposed to do. The Chargers were supposed to piss somebody off by accident. If the Chargers don't do what they're supposed to do, they're gonna piss me off. So like the Bengals are gonna piss off somebody and knock somebody off the playoffs if they keep playing like this. Well, but why they winning, Paul?
Especially if they're gonna make a team like Baltimore into a wild card, that's gonna push.
They're not gonna do that. But just
I say, but like if some right now they're sitting at top. And
they got to play.
They got the head-to-head division, like standing.
They beat the Steelers. They beat the Steelers. They beat the Ravens. All they got to beat is the Browns, and then but like chill.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. But either one of these teams comes out as the wild card. That's pushing some of these other teams who may only get 9 wins out of it because they're not going to end with 9 wins. They're already sitting at 5-2. I mean, things can happen. People could get hurt. Injuries are motherfucker. Like, but with the projection things are going right now, some like you said earlier, like the Chargers way back, like this is gonna be a team that might end up with 10 wins, and it's pissing off this other team because they only ended with 9, and too bad, too sad.
I want to say no names, but you know, I gotta throw my K up and I gotta throw my. I don't want to say no names.
No names, but they hey, get your shit together,
names.
bro. You gotta get shit together.
I don't want to say no names, but I throw up a gang sign in a second.
Another team that kind of both those teams are studs. Another stud. We had Green Bay 6-1. Took care of business. No one expected Washington to really win in Lambeau.
Another day on the job. All I have to say about this one is they flushed that first game down the toilet. Like they flushed it, and they have a really good toilet. Like ever since I saw that analogy,
AC needs to take something out the playbook.
I'm
Someone needs to call Green Bay. Like, what the fuck y'all do after week 1?
And the thing about them boys is that a lot of people aren't gonna respect this because they're still winning. They're winning. They're beating teams, but like they're kind of banged up a little bit, and nobody's hearing. It's like every week there's something's going on. They got the Cardinals this week, and they ain't got no Devontae Adams, but it's like
or Alan Lazard.
They kind of find a new ways to win, and if they come into a playoffs 100% healthy, there's not nothing any of y'all can do if you're not named Tampa Bay. I'm just saying.
Or what about Matty Stafford and the Rams? But that's for a different discussion.
That's a different discussion because them boys, Jalen Ramsey did get him a nice little pick this week. But I actually want to talk about that game next if you want. If you ain't got nothing to speak on this game.
No, just like I said, everything was taking care of business. Like, not like Aaron Rodgers threw any picks. It's not like Heineke. I mean, Heineke really did have a good game. He ran for 95 yards. I'll give him that. Like,
hey, so we getting Taylor Heineke shirts at the end of the year because like I've always liked the Washington Redskins. They like colorway. I just never had a reason to cop something besides Donovan McNabb.
My dad might disown me if I pull up in a Redskins jersey.
Let's get the shirts.
I want to get a Heineke jersey. Like I want to get, but like apparently he went Bud Light. Heineken missed the bag. How you let someone with the last name like Heineke sign for Bud Light? But I'm okay with getting a shirt. I'll get a shirt of Heineke.
Yeah, let's make some vintage Heineke shirts. Let's see what we can do with them bitches to see. Hey man, hey audience, we gonna come out with some vintage Heineke shirts. Let me know if you fucking with them. We'll put them bitches for sale. No cap.
But what game did you want to talk? Oh, you want to talk about the Detroit
homecoming.
A lot closer than what the spread was.
Golf Bowl, you feel me? Because that game was
came
not
out
supposed
firing.
to be lit. But that bit came out kind of lit. But that bit wasn't supposed to be lit like that. But it was lit. Let me know what happened, man.
Hey, 16-17 halftime. Like then
that shit's insane.
The Rams were winning all the way up to the fourth quarter, and then another Lions were winning all the way up to the fourth quarter, and then that's when the Rams scored. And
what quarter did he throw the pick?
I believe the fourth, either late third or the fourth.
Imagine picking off your old quarterback. That has to feel good.
Hey, I will say I was scared, like because I had a lot of bets that were like parlays sitting with just the Rams sprinkled in there for an extra little chump change, and I was just like, why did I throw the Rams in there? Like why they did what the fuck going on? But they took care of business. But this is also, hey, y'all can't be playing bad against shitty teams because like
Tampa's watching that shit.
Yeah, you get this shit together. That's what my thing. Get your shit together.
Tampa's writing down. They said that should work. Bet that should work. Oh,
but
cool.
Cooper Kupp, 10, 150, 2 touchdowns, leading the league. I think he's the only receiver, and like I think Devontae Adams are like the only 2 receivers that are all like, I don't know the statistic, but they're the only 2 doing it. So it's some crazy statistic. It was like over 100 yards and a touchdown in like 4 games.
Hey, my 2 favorite wide receivers this year is Cooper Kupp, Hunter Renfrow, and don't forget about my dog Dawson Cox over there at Buffalo.
I don't know if he's white though.
He's not white. His name is Dawson.
His hair's too curly. He has to be something. I don't think he's white. I think he's Spanish.
His name is Dawson.
Hey, I don't know. When I seen him on the McAfee show, his hair was like super curly. I'm just assuming he's not white because like those white people have great hair.
But he tried to get a Patrick Mahomes. That was the week they played the Bills. I think he was like, if my hair looks like
And he
this,
could.
I could. Oh, and he threw a touchdown, didn't he?
Yeah, with a broken hand, no big deal.
That's some goat shit right there. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, those are my favorite white boys. Cooper Kupp, leader of the league in motherfucking in yards, touchdown. He's just showing that like, yo, I'm gonna be shifty. Like my quarterback, my quarterback trusts me. So like, I'm gonna run these routes and I'm gonna make these cuts to where you can't touch it because he just knows how to get behind defenders so well. And Matthew Stafford is the best quarterback for you got him beat by is that 0.2 seconds? Is that 0.03 of an inch? Oh, you got to beat. Oh, it's my bread and butter. Calvin Johnson used to catch these all the time.
Wow.
Like this man Matthew Stafford is go. If he sees that hole for a second in that weekend zone, he gonna do that. He gonna put it there. So shout out them boys, man. Shout out this game for being a good one. Hey man, DC. Hey, everybody in Detroit, man. I'm rooting for y'all, man. Y'all gonna get this win. Y'all gonna get this win.
Y'all gonna find one. Where y'all play? Y'all scrappy. Y'all gonna find one. Keep
tough,
doing what
man.
you're doing.
I'm telling y'all, some tough motherfuckers. They some tough motherfuckers in
An
Detroit.
A for
man.
effort. If I could give any team an A for effort, it would be the Detroit Lions.
I'm telling you, man. If it wasn't for the fact that like I got respect for my records and stuff, I pick Detroit every week until they won. God,
Number one in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Last on the board.
Yeah, say less. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. What's it called? This kid just told me she's about to come pick me up in like 40 minutes. So I low-key still gotta take a shower. What we got next?
Okay, jumping on to the next. We have this one should be quick and easy. We have Carolina getting bust by the Giants, who were the home dog this game, 25-3. It was 5-2 until like the third quarter or some shit. Like, 5-3 until the third quarter, and then Giants scored the rest. The game real ugly. Carolina, my only question for you is Carolina season's packed in. Are they done? Were they fraudulent first 3 wins over shitty teams and Sam Darnold fraud? Let me know. What's your take on those couple questions kind of bundled together?
I wouldn't call them fraudulent just yet, because like even when they were winning, it's not like we thought they were the best team. Because we thought they were automatically just gonna start killing all these teams, even when they were winning against. Because we threw the words out there, we saw who they were winning against. So like nobody immediately just thought, yo, this team is the truth, blah blah blah. But we was like, wow, that defense is surprising us right now. That defense playing a lot better than we expected, and they're still making moves to make that shit better. So Panthers season isn't over. They still got 14 more games. Like you know, like the players got to get paid, so they're gonna play. But like playoffs, nah.
Yeah, facts.
Unless they start streaking, nah.
Yeah.
And because they have an easy ass schedule and they're not getting dubs with the schedule, so like I don't trust y'all to out here and win a tournament. Nah.
Yeah, about right. And everyone knows the Giants is about done. Also, they just happen to be scrappy. This one, another big blowout. Arizona, 31-5. If anyone gets the super A+ for their season with expectations, Arizona gets the A+. Like,
hey, what's Arizona's record right now?
7-0, and they get to play a banged up Green Bay Packers this week. So it's just like sheesh.
Hey, this
but Tyrod Taylor is practicing again. Houston.
Nice.
I don't know if he's playing this week, but next week, I'm pretty sure he'll be back. So they'll be back into the live underdog category once they get him back in the building. Anything you want to say other than the shots I know I gotta take?
I just think it's funny as fuck that you got JJ Watt made the best point. He was like, he said, give me 10 seconds. Let me just say his last words. But he was like, maybe we need to stop making excuses for like how we're winning. Maybe we're just straight up better than these motherfuckers. And that's what it's looking like. Like These motherfuckers actually just genuinely
I
better than these.
apologize. I apologize, JJ.
Like I was like, when he said that, and I was like, damn, that's probably exactly what it is. Maybe they're just better than all these kids. Like,
Yeah.
maybe like
I agree. I agree 100%. My take seems to be way off on this team.
I think your take was fair because when you broke down what the air raid offense was to me this weekend, and I was like, I don't really understand how that could really work in the NFL normally until this year when it's just like a passing legion. If you can't sling that thing, boy, you might as well stay at the house.
Yeah.
Type shit.
And they got every receiver that can win in a one-on-one.
If you ain't come to sling that thing, and they got all those pieces off of trades. Like, this is not NBA. You're not supposed to be able to do shit like that.
Zach Ertz just came and put up 60-something yards in a touchdown. First day on the job. How's it going?
First day on the job.
That's just like it's unfair. But we gotta keep it moving. Another brutal beatdown. Tampa Bay 38 to Chicago's 3. I think this was like this was the only, I think Tampa Bay lost to Chicago last year, and that was the game where Brady put the 4. And like Brady's a petty motherfucker. He posted the video of Love Sosa in the background with the highlights, like after the win. I'm pretty sure like he called Aaron and he said, "Can I have a little bit of can I have there's a little piece of Chicago?" He's all, yeah, there's enough Chicago to go around, bro. Here you go.
Nah, look, this is what happened, right? This is what happened. So
and Justin Fields.
So Aaron, so we talking mayor Aaron. The mayor Aaron City. They was working on the name. They didn't know if they was gonna call it Rogerville or Aaron City. And Tom just having to skate by. He's like, yo, what's going on over here? And then Aaron was like, hey, don't worry about this. We've been working on this the last 14 years. Don't think because you're Florida that you come fuck with us. Blah, 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 blah. But Tom, see, here's the thing though. See, Aaron never politicked in the hood. See, that's the thing. A lot of rappers do the same thing. They say you good when you come to their city and stuff like, but never politicked in the hood. So that's why a lot of rappers get robbed when they go out to other cities because they be thinking they're good when they're not. So Aaron Rodgers really not good over there on O Block yet. He still has to go. He still has to go holler. He still has to go. But Tom Brady good everywhere. Tom Brady face straight.
Yeah, face
Tom Brady pulled up. Tom Brady, hey, I'm pulling up. I'm coming through. Hey, Chicago's coming through. We finna fuck them boys up. I just had to let you know. I'm posting this shit later. And Chief Keef was like, all right, Tom, I love you.
Thank you, Tom.
Hey, it's cool, Tom.
He was
no
wearing
problem.
his fucking the Bucks jersey during game day.
I'm telling you, hey, mate, I think what's crazy is that I don't know any stats from that game, but I've heard so much about that game because Mike Evans giving away that ball, and they had to genuinely negotiate it back.
Yeah,
I think the person that negotiated. See, this is when the white people start fucking shit up, man. Motherfucking this man, I saw somebody with a straight face said, I wouldn't have gave that ball back. I'm staring at a fucking suburban home in California for the rest of my life. Like, I'm looking at my retirement plan with my hand with that ball. It's true. But like, I bet you he's a fan of Tom Brady and the Bucks. So like, if Tom Brady came up to you and said, hey, yo, I can get that ball back out.
The whole interaction.
I would accidentally have handed my baby. Like, I would have been like, oh, my bad, Tom. My bad. This is my bad. I apologize. They're the same thing. Like, they're gonna give that ball back. Like, and I feel like they really wanted to. They could have caught dog in the parking lot. Like, hey, yo, give Tom that ball, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, security.
Yeah.
I remember when Cam Newton gave his 100 touchdown something away to some kid when he was on the Panthers. I don't know if it was 100 or if it was like he broke the rushing touchdown record for quarterback where he gave that ball away. And that ball had to go to the museum or whatever. They didn't let that boy leave with that ball. The security made sure they got that ball. And then Cam ended up making things right, giving the kid some cleats and stuff, hanging out with the kid. And
so I think, I think he had to give the ball back. But it was funny because Tom Brady said on the Manning Cast that the guy also realized he lost all his leverage when he gave the ball back before they finished negotiating. Like they finished,
that's bad negotiating.
Yeah, they shook it, and then Peyton Manning goes, easy. Easy one. I love those. But motherfucker, yeah. So like, but it was real. They gave bro $1,000 in team credit. They got two signed. He got two signed Tom Brady jerseys, footballs, and cleats, pairs of cleats. He got a Mike Evans jersey. I don't know how much that's worth.
He got the Mike Evans cleats, game day cleats when he scored those 3 tutties. Like what?
And he's getting a Bitcoin. The Bitcoin's worth $60,000 right now. So like,
and the whole experience to be on the show, they had him on like NFL.com. Like he's talking to people he probably would have never been able to talk to. Like he only sees on TV. The whole experience.
Just because he bought the tickets, he bought some really good tickets. Like, and he has season passes for. I would have got this guy. I would have got the VIP box. Don't get me wrong. I would have fucked it up a little bit. You know, I'm a greedy motherfucker. I would have got the VIP box. But like,
take them off.
Oh, definitely. What? 600. Oh,
I would have been part owner of the Bucks for that.
Yeah. But hey, shout out that boy for giving that ball back because he could have been some hoe just like, man, fuck y'all flat and there's nobody gets it. Fuck Cannon. Like, nah, he did that. But I want to know what they do. I want to know what they do with that ball. They said it's an NFT right now. I don't know exactly what that means. I gotta start looking into stuff like that more often, truthfully. But they said it's an NFT right now. You can bid on it at autograph.io or something like that. And then I don't know what goes to it after. I don't know if somebody buys it or if somebody goes to the Hall of Fame or Tom Brady, but it's going to be interesting. But 600 touchdowns, that's a fucking lot.
Yeah, it proves to the longevity and high play of his whole career. Like
the fact that he has 21 touchdowns right now, like that shit's scary. Like he might play again next year.
The engine don't stop working.
He might choose when to, like, you know how like Barry Sanders was like, you know, I'm done. Calvin Johnson said I'm done. I feel like Tom Brady's genuinely gonna be like, I'm Gucci this year. Like I'm straight. I'm straight. I bust y'all ass. I didn't terrorize y'all.
Able to do it for so long, like Barry did it for like 12 years or something. Like he could have gone as long as Emmett and chose hang it up, but be able to go as long as Emmett and then hang him up. Like, oh, that was nothing. Like he's like the Kareem right now. Like this is like some crazy. Like he's doing it in every era: the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. Like,
that's insane.
But on to the Sunday night football. Another dog that I thought they would win. The Colts beat the 49ers in the 49ers stadium.
San Francisco.
Carson Wentz. I mean, he didn't do great. It was all Jonathan Taylor and the running backs. It's just the system they're playing.
JT did that thing this week.
18 carries, 107 yards, touchdown. Jimmy G threw a couple picks, so that kind of helped the cause. But
where Trey Lance was at? Where my dog Trey Lance?
Oh, he's hurt. He's hurt right now. So Jimmy G was in. He has like a high ankle sprain. Michael Pittman had 100 yards, a touchdown. T.Y. Hilton did a little bit of stuff. He didn't have it. But hey, Colts 3-4. Like,
and they started off what 0-4, 1-4.
Yeah, and then now Carson Wentz is healthy. They got T.Y. Hilton back. The line is still a little banged up, but hey, again, this shit's still going. Jonathan Taylor. They play Titans this coming up. It was a close game without Carson, so if they're able to beat them and go 4-4,
they're coming back.
Yeah, that's a game. That's pivotal. I think this week for them is pivotal. It's like you got to beat the Titans here. This is the team that is going to be fighting for first place in division.
The Titans are red hot right now, though.
And they already beat you once.
Those boys are steamrolling right now.
Hey, those divisional games are always ugly, though. Doesn't matter who's great, who's bad, or who's bad. It's just those teams usually know how to play each other.
I don't know, man. I had to put my hood on that one. What's the next game, man? I got to put on the red hood.
Monday night stinker.
Oh, I had to put on my
Saints won, sitting at 4-2 now. Seattle without Russ, 2-5 after this loss at home. I mean, Saints should have won by a lot more, but they're not as good as. If this was a good Seattle, if Russell, why do I keep saying that? If Russell Wilson was playing, I like them to probably beat Saints this game, but. Saints get it done again somehow. 4-2. Hey, you can't get mad at getting it done.
Hey, man, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I was watching this game, but I didn't give a fuck about what was going on the screen. Like, I looked over and I seen Marshawn Lynch and Peyton Manning talking. I was like, whoa, what the I turned in and I was like, whoa. So I was watching them boys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I fuck with the Manning cast, man. I like the Manning cast. I think it's cool, but I've heard that people been with that adding just little any little things about it. How do you feel about the Manning cast?
I like it. Like I said, you never just because there's technical difficulties in certain aspects, you're not going to find another Peyton Manning. You're not going to find another Eli Manning. And even if you do have like another person, they're not going to be able to talk to Tom Brady on an equal level. They're not going to be able to have these connections with the GM that the way these two have that have been in the like.
Especially if they was
dogging
out one dude. When they was dogging out a dude for being out of shape.
Oh, yeah, that was straight funny to me. Like he's not TB12 material. I was like, damn. And then when Tom Brady was just straight up like twice, people were talking how he buried the defenders, like over, like just because you do all that, like you could never be an offense. Like he was burying defenders, but he also buried tight ends and Gronk. He was just like, Gronk, what's so hard? All you gotta do is run away from the other team. That's all you gotta do. It's not like you're calling plays. Your job's easy. And I was just like, damn. Like, fuck Gronk and like his Hall of Fame resume.
No, that shit's real though. That shit was lit, and I liked when they had. So I fuck with the Manning cast. I want to do something similar to that on Sunday nights. I'm gonna start working on finding a team to build with something like that. Cause that shit is fun. That shit's lit, and it adds a different dynamic to the game. Cause I know there's sometimes because Sunday night games, those games, the primetime games, are kind of hit or miss. They'll be like slow. They'll be slow at certain points, and they might take off. They might not take off. So like I want to start doing stuff like that. I think that's fun. I think it's cool. I think it adds to the game. But I will agree with the fact that they do take away from watching the football because like I couldn't tell you not one thing that happened during that game. Like
they are benefiting from the fact the last 2 weeks have been bad football.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like a pack, if it, like there's a really close game of like the Killers, the Packers, and the Rams, and also I end up looking back and all of a sudden like change of possession. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, hold on now. Like,
yeah, like you should be commenting. And then what they said about the lag and stuff like that, I think it's cool. I'd be hating because I just like to see different shit. Because I'm a bootlegger. You feel me? So like I'll see a bootleg DVD, no problem. Watch that bit 10, 15 times. Like I watch a Friday bootleg before I watch the HD version, just because it's more nostalgic to me. So like, I see like the stuff, the lag and stuff like that. So I was hating on those. But like it's true. Once they get that technical difficulties and stuff like that, I think that's something like other networks are gonna try to do because they have so many names and stuff like that. Let's see if they can find some people to really dissect the game for them. And then but I like how it adds a dynamic because people don't know what cover 2 is. People can't see what a safety is. People don't know what the 4-man blitz is and stuff like that. That stuff like I genuinely have to do research all day about and then pray that I notice it when I'm watching the film. Like that stuff that they've had to sit down and just stick in their mind for the last 30 to 50 years. So like I think that's cool to let them do that. And I think if they did that more, people would love every second of it.
Yeah, and just the genuality of it. Like sometimes you can see when they start off maybe a little bit slow, but then halfway through it's just like Peyton and Eli talking shit to one another. It's like genuine, like big brother, little brother, like type chemistry.
So say less. You want to run through these next couple, or how many we got?
All we have is the Thursday night football pick.
Stop it.
That nice. Was yeah. We have this actually should be good. I mean, this is gonna be lit. Even though there's no Devontae Adams and there is no Alan Lazard, the other one, Vantis Scandling, all three of his receivers are out. So he has Randall Cobb. He wanted him, got him. And
they told me get him, I got him.
Yeah, so Green Bay at Arizona, 6-1, 7-0, juggernaut. Who you got?
I got.
And I don't think Jair's playing still.
I got Skate. I think that's what a Cardinal makes. Skate. That's the sound
I'm not too sure what the Cardinal call is.
That's the sound a Cardinal makes. Skate.
That's the Cardinal war call.
I'm taking the skis. I'm taking Kyler Murray because he's gonna ski on them boys. That boy Nuke. My dog Zach Ertz. My dog Chandler Jones. My dog JJ White. Buda Baker. I'm saying that because that's the only players I know on their teams. Because even though the boys are 7-0, I still don't watch their football games for some reason. This is gonna be my first chance to actually sit down and just watch a Cardinals game by itself. So I hope that the Cardinals show out, man. I've been picking them boys all year, so like this is gonna be good. And if they win this game, it's only one shot left, and that thing is so funny. Just off the fact, not is the fact that it's one shot left for you. It's the fact that they really just did all this in the beginning. Like they could lose all the games after that. Like they could slow down. But you still would have just said it wasn't going to go 500. And I was like, and it made so much sense when you said it at first. But like, Cliff Kingsbury wants to win Coach of the Year. They got nothing but executives over there in Arizona because you've seen what they're doing for the Suns. So in AZ, they got nothing but just individuals with suitcases. Individuals with suitcases that get to the office early and stay late. Like they're doing something over there. Front office is nasty. I'm taking AZ. I like Green Bay. I like them, but it's a short week. And the thing about the COVID protocol for me is that's different from an injury is that like there's no we still got to pretend like we still got to play as if Devontae is going to be ready or something like that. Nah. They check. He not vaccinated. Nah, he not coming. He not coming. Appreciate you.
We'll see him for Thursday.
And man, this is what it is, man. The NFL said they're not missing no games for this stuff. So like, if y'all missing crucial stuff, man. Like, hey, man, to each his own, man. But all I know is I got my vaccine the second I found out. That, like, once I found out, I was gonna start traveling and stuff like that. I was like, man, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not gonna be sitting there missing out on trips to LA, missing out on trips to Miami, missing out on trips to. I can't be letting y'all know all my moves, but just know I'm out here making moves. But fucking missing out because of this vaccine. So to each his own.
Now some hundreds of thousands or even millions, depending on your paycheck for that week.
Facts. Charles Barkley said that you don't get the vaccine for yourself. You get it from people around you, which is another reason why I got it. I started low-key got to get the second shot, but why I don't take it. So it's to each his own. If you aren't vaccinated, do it. But like, hey man, you see what happens. What can happen? I don't know if he's vaccinated or not, but you see what can happen if you aren't. You could just be missing opportunities you don't want to miss. So like, hey man, stay safe out here. If you still wearing a mask, wear your motherfucking mask.
Stay masked up.
Man, know what I'm saying?
I'm rocking with Arizona just because this is the game where I could see Aaron Rodgers getting frustrated. I swear every year he has one game and they always play those clips on the where he's like the throw's there, the wide receiver drops it, and he's just like and he's walking and then and it's just like they lose the game, but it's not because Aaron Rodgers. It's just like all the other little shit, and he's in there. He'd be like, "Well, you saw what I had." Like those guys, like he gets a little defensive because like it wasn't his fault, but like, hey, this could be the game where I see like that happening. This is he doesn't have his 3 receivers, so he's rocking Randall Cobb, and I couldn't even tell you who's after.
Oh, JJ Watt's out versus the Cardinals. I just got that notification.
I still just see these receivers like he doesn't have. It's a short week, and Lazard was just placed on injury report out on today, I believe. So they're gonna bring in someone tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Tomorrow's game day. So like, what is gonna happen? They're gonna have to bring in someone off the practice squad or somebody because now it's just Randall Cobb and whoever is after, and then his tight end's Tunyon, and I couldn't tell you who's his receiving core right now.
Hey, remember when niggas
Game
used
is
to
tomorrow.
Say it's just like remember niggas used to say that Junior. That's all I'm gonna call him. Not Tunyon, his name Junior.
And
I hope he makes some plays. I'll be like Junior.
And Arizona's already probably top 3 hardest team to line up against wide receiver wise. And you don't have Jair Alexander, and I don't know if Kevin King is back. So good luck on that aspect too. Unless Kyler Murray's missing throws, which I doubt it. It's a home game. You're feeling good. This is probably a game that he's been waiting for. Like, give me Cardinals. The spread is 7 though. It's a touchdown.
Hey, I got the Cardinals all the way. You see I'm wearing red. What you think we're wearing red for?
I got my red on. I don't know what you talking about. I'm rocking Cardinals. So far, what would it be 7-1? Oh no, 6-1. Fuck the Browns.
No, I think we're 7-1. Oh no, because week 7 we lost week 7.
Yeah, so we're 6-1.
Okay. Man, fuck the Browns, man.
Yeah, we was looking so great, but bounce back
You
week.
know how nice the flex that was every time I posted. I'd be like, "Hey, man, can the Totally Blitz crew go 7-0? Man, fuck the Browns."
But you know what that means? You gotta have a bounce back week. Law of averages. You keep hitting, we lose. We're gonna bounce back. Here we go.
I believe in going undefeated. I believe in flawless victories.
Gotta save our best. Gotta save your best for playoff time.
Hey, niggas, wait, what if we go undefeated playoffs? Like we call everything. Hey, I might download Bovada. I might not download Bovada, but I might have to start giving you some cash after you. Like, hey man, hey, you hear my picks for the week? Go ahead and just start an 11-leg parlay on all of them. Wait, what? I said all of them.
All of them. And I will say,
they all go ahead.
Come Super Bowl time, I will be giving out my fucking heads or tails pick. How long's the national anthem? Because I hit on all of those last year.
Nice.
But once again, I think that brings us to the finale of the Totally Blitz. What is this? Week 8 preview and Week 7 recap.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, stay tuned. The vlog will be out soon. From everything, you'll see why we weren't able to have an episode.
Hey, no, that's not
super lit.
Able to have that's our episode instead because that shit was lit. But hey, man, this has been another episode of the Totally Blitz podcast. If you didn't know, I'm gonna let you know now. If you still listening right now, use a real nigga. I just wanted you to know now, use a real nigga. You probably can't say nigga, but I can. So use a real nigga. So motherfucking. We fucking with you. We fuck with y'all all the way. This has been nothing but fun so far. That game was lit. That game was a good breather to show us that we've been working, we've been grinding, and we got nothing but more work for y'all coming, man. So this has been a total. Hey, Paul, break them down, man. I'm finna turn up, man. Don't forget the Falcons 3-3, bitch.
And I can't be loud and proud about the Dolphins this year, but this was Totally Blitz podcast. I'm Paul Pickle Winham Concha, man with the big beard, bigger bankroll. That man is the Dirty Bird enthusiast, Lil K Kev, the Dawn, and this was Totally Blitz podcast.
Problem with being problematic. Get the light beam on me, ready for electrostatic. Don't you step into this box if you're not batting. Then my gang got tools, you can call them boy crap, man. This gang got rules, man. You better watch your passes. This ain't